Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Kyle TV. And in this episode, we'll be talking about a cryptocurrency, and actually a couple of them, but a cryptocurrency that could be very undervalued and could make you a lot of money in 2018. So a lot of you already know this coin, but we'll go ahead and dive in. And currently we're sitting at $560 billion market cap right now with a 42% Bitcoin dominance. It's kind of looking a little bare bones in the Bitcoin dominance area. Got my Bitcoin shirt on for Christmas here. Anyways, yeah, the overall market is very strange right now. Some of these coins that got pumped, especially by John McAfee, or McAfee, however you pronounce his name. Anyways, he pumped up VERGE, and it's kind of crashing down quite a bit. And if we scroll all the way down to Litecoin, one of his newest coins he just pumped, I think it was either today or yesterday, which I had a feeling he was going to pump this coin, and if he did, I was going to be very skeptical. I mean, everybody's already skeptical of some of his pumps. But anyways, it did pump. I made a video about it just a minute ago. I made a video about this just recently about how you should go follow John McAfee. It's got almost 10K views right there. But anyways, you should watch that video and how to kind of, I guess follow these pumps, because as soon as he announces, I mean, just the massive pump and massive volume, and these are followed by, dumps. So we don't really know the overall effect of him pumping these coins, but we obviously know that it pumps and it dumps, obviously. But we don't know the long term. Effects of this. So Electronium, about 87 cents there. But we'll scroll back up. Now the video. First of all, Merry Christmas, if I didn't say that already, and Happy almost New Year. So I want to be the first to tell you that. So I know 2018 is going to be an awesome year for crypto. I mean, if you're just looking at Ripple a year ago, ridiculous. I think it was like pennies. Bitcoin Cash wasn't even there. Litecoin was dirt cheap. Cardano was way off the map, not even in existence, I don't believe. And I mean, a lot of these coins, even Dash at the beginning of the year, was just stupid cheap to get in, and now it's at 1,200. So anyways, the coin I'll be talking about today is none other than Tron. So I've covered this multiple times in my video. I made a video way back when it was, below a penny or something like that, or a penny, talking about Tron. Let's see here. I think it was way back here. Even VERGE. I talked about VERGE and Stellar when they were literally super cheap. And you would have profited big if you got in on this video that I made. So lots of other tokens. Tron way back here. I even talked about Tron way back 2 weeks ago. I mean, in crypto, that's a long time. Stellar, Cardano, IOTA, talked about that 3 weeks ago. So you want to make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, crush the like, the thumbs up, and leave a comment related post, as I'll be doing Litecoin giveaways here in the near future once again. And so anyways, Tron looking like it's lost a lot of share, especially in the last 24 hours, obviously there. So we'll pull out the 7-day chart and kind of show you the action that's going on. So here we are, Christmas, and I guess we're already on the 26th apparently. I don't know what that's all about. So apparently it's already Tuesday, according to coinmarketcap.com or some other part in the world. So it's maybe already Tuesday for you. But anyways, regardless, it's 3 cents, and it's been losing value ever since it reached as high as 6 cents. So it definitely fell down especially when Bitcoin crashed. All of the coins did. That would have been a really good time to get into Tron for a cheap price. But as you saw, people bought in, and then now it's consolidating again with lower volume, which is what I like to see with getting in on cheap prices with coins. So it may be a good time. Now I'm not a financial advisor, so I gotta say that, of course. So don't take any of this for financial advice, just for entertainment purposes only. But anyways, yeah, so anyways, cheap. It could still be cheap, and here is why. So I'm going to go back to coinmarketcap.com and show you guys what I'm talking about. So Ripple. Now Ripple has a ridiculous amount of supply. Ridiculous. Now, if obviously we've been following Ripple for a while, and I mean the total supply obviously is owned by Ripple, but it's got 40 billion in circulation. And I mean, just looking at that right there, like Ripple, we're talking about Ripple. So Ripple, obviously we know about the Ripple protocol. We know about, you know, how fast transactions are, you know, how low the fees are, everything like that, and how they're decentralizing actually Ripple, they're decentralizing Ripple, and everything like that. So moving forward, so apparently supply is not as big of an issue as we thought here in crypto, especially as the market's going to keep growing and apparently become a, you know, a $1 trillion industry. So with that being said, you know, especially over a year's time, we went from 17 billion to $558 billion market cap within less than a year, guys. That's insane. So we won't know in a year from now what this market cap, I mean, I don't even, like, let's just do the math. 558 divided by 17. So it basically went 32x in less than a year. So obviously I don't expect that type of growth, but if it does grow that quickly, you know, that'd be insane, but I just don't think obviously it would be sustainable. But regardless, I think the market cap's going to grow, and we're going to see this take off. Now, I'm not saying Tron's going to be $1 by any means, but I mean, I'm just saying this could be a very highly undervalued coin right now, and here's why. So obviously we have a massive amount of users already, so I don't know if this is a mock-up just yet, but it's just showing you some rankings. Obviously they're at number 19. They've already got over, you know, way over, you know, 300,000 users. You got your 24-hour volume, which is pretty ridiculous, 147 million. So they're looking good. They're looking good, especially on users. You want to see that as an investor, that they have actual users, for one. For two, they've already got some, you know, some good Forbes deal, some media coverage. Also, they're going after a lot. So not only do you have they're going after data as well. So data liberation, upload storage, and all that good stuff. So they're going after storage and, you know, a way to do all that. So we won't get into too much detail, but you can scroll down here to Litecoin, which is about almost 3 cents with a $31 billion market cap. So now if Tron is able to pull this off, I mean, Tron is still 3 cents, but I mean, if they take market share away from some of these other coins with that kind of you know, with that kind of data liberation, I'm not saying they are, but they could, as this market keeps growing, you know, they could take some of that market cap, especially for people that want to use the Tron infrastructure. So we got Odyssey, or this number 2. This is just of their phases, I guess. We'll just basically talks about some kind of gamified way of returns or something like that. But the one I'm going to tell you about is basically the way that you can build on top of the Tron system and also the global gaming market. So it looks like they're specifically targeting, you know, global gaming, you know, basically people who develop games. So that is pretty, I think that's pretty fantastic. The gaming market is set to be a $1 trillion industry. It's already like at 500 billion to 600 billion, but the gaming market is going to continue to grow, and people that love games, you know, obviously love technology and would probably love to get on Tron. So and if you guys don't know, the guy that's been mining, he mines like his mining facilities basically mine a lot of Bitcoin, and it's basically the ant pool mine. But anyways, he was one of the advisors. I don't know if he's still on here, if we can find him. But Yihan Wu was one of the advisors, and he owns basically Bitmain, who creates the ant miners and everything like that. So I don't know if he's on here. He was at one time. So that's a big deal with that type of leadership. Obviously, this guy had 30 under 30, Justin Sun. And if we come to, they just partnered as well, which didn't really affect the price, but I don't really expect it to during the holidays. But they partnered with Obike, which they have Ocoin as well. But basically, what you need to know is it's a ride-sharing app for bikes. Basically, it share bikes, but it's a big deal in the Asian community for sure, because obviously, you know, there's a lot of, you know, people who ride bikes, and maybe they can't afford cars, or maybe they just don't want to use a car. Anyways, it's a billion-dollar industry. So Forbes, you know, somebody at Forbes wrote an article here that's a 1 billion bike sharing boom. So it's a pretty serious partnership. So don't take this too lightly. I mean, there's a lot of funny comments under here, but seriously, it's a billion-dollar industry, so you got to take it somewhat serious. Now, more and more adopters and people that start using Tron, the more and more this is going to get more serious, and people are going to start taking this this platform and their cryptocurrency more serious, and their users, you know, basically will get rewarded. So, you know, if you're uploading content and doing all that sorts of stuff on Tron, then you'll be rewarded. So it even talks about this here under this, basically this synopsis right there. But it shows you the roadmap right here as well, if you want to take a look at that. So it's definitely a long-term project for sure, but the more and more you know, partners, the more and more that Tron's going to get taken more serious and could take market share away from other cryptocurrencies as well. It's already got a lot of publicity pushed out for it, so people know what Tron is. I mean, even if this thing only gets to 50 cents to $1, you could be looking at massive ROI on your investment. So that's why I think Tron literally could be still undervalued even at 3 cents. Now, people are, you know, complaining that it's you know, the price didn't move that much, but I mean, are you kidding me? Like, look at this. This is just a month time frame that it went from less than a penny all the way up to as high as like 6 cents. So people that are making fun of this coin, I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know what planet you're from, but this coin has, like, you know, 10x'd in less than a month. So I wouldn't complain too much about if you're holding Tron right now. I would be, you know, basically buying in these big dips and hodling for the long term, as we saw Ripple have enormous gains. And I don't even think they necessarily partnered. I think they may have got one partner or two partners, and they had like just a little bit of news, and this thing just cranked. Just imagine if I should have got all in, but, you know, it's just kind of against, you know, they were trying to target the banks, and I just didn't like that, so I didn't go all in. You know, so that was just my decision. But I mean, geez, this literally made people millionaires over like basically overnight just by holding this coin. But you know, I'm not saying you're gonna get these results, little disclaimer there, or any results or income at all, because I don't know you. But anyways, and I'm not a financial advisor. But anyways, yeah, that's why I think Tron is seriously undervalued. Also, I still think, even though Dash is at almost 1,200, I still think it's undervalued, because there's only 7 million right now, almost 8 million in circulation, and the max supply is 18 million. Now that's less than Bitcoin, and, you know, basically Dash is faster than Bitcoin at the end of the day. People love their Dash, you know, it's very cultish, like, you know, with people that like their Dash, they like Dash. So I think Dash is still undervalued. I'm going to go out there on a limb and actually say that Dash is undervalued as well, even at the high price point. You know, and a year from now, we could be laughing at these prices as well. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. But Comment below what you think. Do you think Tron is, you know, just a pump and dump? Do you think it's undervalued? Do you think it's going to the moon? Do you think it's going to go to $1 by end of next year, or even maybe way before? I mean, look at Ripple. I mean, just going all out. Bitcoin Cash. I mean, some of these coins, just literally just taking a couple months to get to ridiculous price valuations, obviously with less amount of supply. But what do you think below? What do you think about Verge as well? Maybe we'll cover that in another video. But Tron, I think is undervalued. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys at the blockchain and in the next video. Peace.
To the moon, Bitcoin all the way up. Becomes what you want, it's what you need. Your fiat's losing value each and every week. Mining for these coins, we